Something over me. From me. And when my emotions apart. I got a love for you. I got a love for you. Inside we are. I got a love for you. I got a love for you. Hello, hello. It is Tuesday, the start of basically stream week. How are you guys? I got a love for you. Mm. 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 Let's see. We're supposed to be playing some Magua. And I did have plans for us, but Tacos ruined them. Because I asked if I can make a wall. Because I want to keep the villagers inside so they stop coming out. And we can actually have things out that they won't like attach a job to them. So I wanted to build like a medieval kind of wall. And medieval wall and like a castle and this, that, whatever. And he was all like, "Oh yeah, you can." I just need to. He said, "Yeah, you can do that. I just need to see like look at some of like the designs and stuff." So I wanted to like do some mock-up designs of the wall and everything. And then he was all like, "Actually, can we go back to building?" And I'm like, "I don't want to yet. I wanted to work on the wall." I got a love for you. I got a love for you. So it's not fair. But then he gave his reasoning, and I'm like, you should just tell him no, but I have no say. It's not my word. Press and hold B to emote. Wait, what? For you. 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 What the fudge? That's interesting. Okay. Let's get in VC. For you, for you. Here we
but
go.
like, and basically, I'm taking the bridges that we've built before and I'm updating them. I've
Oh my
been
gosh,
looking
I
up a
hate
bunch of
this chair.
Minecraft
This
bridge,
freaking
Minecraft
chair.
spire, and taking
Freaking
inspiration from those and then coming
drifts
up with my own
down.
little twists on them and everything.
And it's annoying.
Um, this
I
bridge
also need
that
to move
this bridge that I have
my
right here
mouse
is
pad.
very,
Actually, no, I don't need to move my
very
mouse pad.
simple
I need a
and
bigger
like
mouse pad.
plain.
Yeah, I need a bigger mouse pad. I'm now noticing. I'm like, even if I move this, it's still not long
What
enough.
are these bubbles?
The bubbles that are you on the bubbles?
Yes.
You should get off.
Why?
Because the longer you're on there, the more you're falling.
Oh. Oh, that would explain why I just got like 3 hearts.
Yeah.
I was just gonna sit and watch. Let them learn, Taco. Let them learn.
Oh, Kiki, you have 2 heads again.
Woo! If I get a third one, I can be a wither.
Oh, yes, one of mine.
Woo! If I get a third, oh wait, can I put on the wither skull then? Would it be on both?
God.
Would I be a two-headed wither?
I don't think so. No, It's a
Aw.
cheeky head and a, and a wither in the center. Why does it do that? This texture pack is so weird. Got pepper stars and double-headed Kiki.
Hey, I'm cool. Now I'm gonna go make
Two heads are
potions.
better than one.
Yep. That's why the wither has 3. Actually, do we have any?
All right. So, the materials we need are miles and miles away.
Okay.
But we have a reserve over here.
What are we building it out of?
So it is polished. Granite. Oh, we only have 100. Oh, we got plenty of other that we can polish.
Whoa, never mind. I can't make the potion I need to make.
Let me go look outside.
I just realized we're never asleep to get what I need.
Oops.
Slabs? The light slab? Stone slabs? And cobblestone and bricks of some sort. So another thing I've been thinking, the ice tunnel's great and all, but it'd be much cooler if we could like ice boat above ground.
The only issue with that is
I can show you something. I don't know if it works on bedrock. I just remembered.
Yeah, I was about to say the only issue with that I think would be like the ice melting because we're outside and like it doesn't melt in like the cold biomes, but I feel like in the warmer climates I feel like it'll melt. But if we like do stuff that like is there like a never melting ice block?
I think blue ice doesn't melt.
Okay.
But I was trying to think, I'm like, how do we modify the railway to have like another lane? And I'm like, I don't
Like a third rail kind of thing.
Yeah, because I'm like, everything's based on 3s and 5s, like odd numbers, and I'm like, how do I get a side lane on it? Because the railway is actually 3. The iceway downstairs is actually 3 blocks wide. So I'm like, it won't work up here unless we just completely change the railway into an iceway. And then that
could be an option.
And I was like, we just don't have rails.
That could definitely be an option of something, and then we could use the rails for the nether thing that you're planning on doing. The only thing with the I mean, you're gonna have to change the design again, I guess, but
the rail is based on 5s, so 3 middle.
So sadly, I have to get rid of this because of stupid bedrock mechanic. It doesn't work, and it makes me so mad that it doesn't work.
Wait, what?
Are we gonna put like something to like help us like just go straight ahead instead of like flying all over the place?
Yeah, so the two on the side will be glass panes.
Okay.
And those will be bumpers, and then the center where the rail is, it would be blue ice.
Because apparently,
and then
slabs don't count as full blocks.
And then basically,
in this junk,
the only problem.
It's amazing.
Is how do we transport stuff?
That's true. Well,
like,
can't you put a chest in a boat or a railway or?
Recently, yes, you can do that, but I'm like, when we were building everything before, we had like 7 rail cars just full of inventory.
Yeah.
So I'm like, we only can do like everybody has their own boat.
How about right next to it? So that way you can still keep the railway, and then like.
It took me forever to get rid of all of these.
Much except for like removing some of the terrain and stuff like that. Like it starts right here, and then you could do like a pattern just like right here, like start here for the railway to make things go smoother, and that way you don't have to waste, or you don't have to for like material and stuff like that. You can just have it right next to you.
There we go. Because at least I know all of that's going back into the hopper
Like,
down
start it,
there, and
like,
it's
right
less
here.
inventory space is taken up.
And then go from there. It's an idea.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Because that way you can keep your railway, and you can add like a new dimension to this, so that way if someone wants to take the cart, they can. If someone wants to take a boat, they
I
can.
hate
So it's
this
just like
chair.
they have options.
Yeah.
Your world has two forms of transportation, or it has multiple forms of transportation.
Yeah. It's like you can take it like slow and easy, and then you can like get on the speedway. I would say for now, let's go with the railway because it's already set. And then if I decide, then I'll figure out how. Because everything's based on the center and like the patterns laid out like a specific way. And I'm like,
who I am.
I change it.
So I still hold on to you. Hold
You
on
could
to me.
also like
Hold
put
on to
it right
something
next to
I
it, like
can't see.
start it here, and then put the ice
So
there,
I
so
still
that way
hold on
it
to
has
you.
like
Hold on
you
to
have
me.
more. You
Hold
have the
on to
railway, and
something
then
I
the
can't
ice
see.
right next to it.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah. Because
I'm
like,
everything is purple. Hold up. Oh, good. I can't sleep up here.
maybe the inner part would be.
Hello, how are you? I'm good.
I guess the left side or something. I don't know. And then, like, whenever you get to
I gotta tell you about something so annoying. So I said that I was going to look up.
If that would be the case, then yeah,
I'm
like
going to look up closed caption stuff, right?
yeah.
Or maybe.
And I looked to do it, and I looked up a whole bunch of them. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then I went to test it out. Doesn't work. I'm like, what do you mean it doesn't work? Why does? Tell me why all of the closed caption stuff only works with
like
Google Chrome.
The dark, the.
And the thing is, I don't use Google Chrome.
Dark.
And I'm like, you mean I thought like maybe it was just like the extensions through Twitch. And those are the like reason why. And so I used one that my friend recommended, and it still didn't work. And I was like,
the slabs with.
You're telling me I have to use Google Chrome
one level
as my browser source?
Yeah, that was one of my ideas.
And I'm like,
you can have it like on both sides.
I don't use Google Chrome because of just how
basically take both sides and bring them down
is.
one level.
Okay.
And then all the blue ice will be.
And that's why I use Opera GX and
everything
everything. And I'm like, oh my gosh.
So you could give them the middle on the railway, or
sadly,
you could hop on the sides.
It's back on hold on getting closed capture because I'm like, I don't know if there's a closed capture that works
that we would have to completely
with
destroy.
Opera GX, or if Opera GX is gonna like try to come out with something.
That one was almost done.
Yeah, and I was so upset. I was like, because I thought I was just going insane, and I just thought it didn't work.
Give her
I didn't work. I was like,
before we end up having them like farm the rest.
So I was like, forget it. Because I was getting a headache after a while.
Yeah.
Thinking I was just stupid and didn't understand it.
What better way? Where is the ice? Is the ice all at the?
But I'm good. I'm glad that you're good. As you can see, today we're on Bedrock.
Getting ice or seeing.
Today we're on Bedrock today, and I hate Bedrock.
Yeah, I'm like,
I hate Bedrock so much.
Using it. Actually, no. We should have some here because we have ice waiting here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't understand. It's not your fault. It's fault of Google gatekeeping. Yes, Google gatekeeping everything.
We got like 2.5.
Well, yeah, but we're on Bedrock because I usually play with Taco.
I have ice in my hand now.
Taco's the not dragon, dinosaur.
Doing a quarter
Dinosaur. He's wearing the dinosaur onesie. And then Juan is who we're also playing with, and he's the
All right,
polar
I'm switching
bear.
out my materials that I have in my hands. Like,
But this is
get rid of all this
Taco's
nether
world,
stuff.
and
um,
I decided I was going to build a mob farm,
I
but
will start
apparently
laying
Bedrock doesn't have the same
some of the patterns.
mechanics
Oh, okay.
as Java,
So,
and so this mob
going-
farm doesn't work.
going in that direction, there is
Oh, there you, I'm a proud Bedrock player.
there is-
And good
Which
for
direction
you.
do
I am
you,
glad that you have the patience and the will and the strength to deal
like
with
south,
this
but-
platform because I
or
cannot.
east this way.
I can't deal with it. You are a very strong-minded person to be able to stand with
So
Bedrock.
the light at the end of that tunnel,
Okay.
that is where the spire is gonna be. So you'll be able to
But
see it from
nothing
here.
wrong
Like, you'll be
with
able to see it,
Bedrock.
like, over
I
the
am just
trees,
not
like,
the
just
biggest fan.
sticking up in
of
the
it.
distance. But yeah, basically the rails stop here,
Because
and then the rest
technically,
is
usually everything
incomplete.
caters to Java.
So what we need is a 5x3 tunnel, which means the ground
But
needs to
I'm
go
just
down
mad
3,
that-
and the top and the roof needs to go up 3.
Okay.
And
That's not. Oh my
and then I
gosh,
don't know
it's
how
not
far out into the
working.
ocean
What do
I
you
wanna go.
mean?
I know.
Oh my
that,
gosh. Bedrock is not.
This ocean's a dead ocean, or like old school ocean, where it's just gravel.
Now says you can give me a bit,
hello.
okay? Yeet. Oh, alright, I'm just collecting all of these. Because apparently.
I like this spot right here. It's like feels so like otherworldly. Like you know with the shaders and all that stuff, just like this spot right
Oh.
here.
Yeah.
So
There you
this
go.
spot in oh no, keep going or
Oh yeah. It's
Oh, no.
way
Okay.
over here.
okay.
Don't fall off. Don't fall off. Okay.
Man, there's a lot of mobs over here today.
Alright, don't fall off. Okay, time to go back up.
I was thinking after one of the streams that
Does this
there
stuff
isn't.
stink? Or did it?
I was like, man, I haven't seen any creepers in a while. And then today I've seen like 3. I'm like,
You jinxed yourself.
I know. I was like, why did I?
Okay,
say
good. This stuff does
anything?
sink. Oh my gosh. Okay, here we go.
Oh. Whoops.
Mm,
I got
okay.
turned around.
Now we can continue just yeeting this stuff down there so we can stay. Oh my god, don't fall.
Well, that was a waste of stamina.
Okay.
I was wondering why you were going that way because we had just gotten here.
I know. And then I got turned around by the creeper, and you're like, oh, look at this. And I'm like, oh, what? And
Yep,
you
okay.
completely
That works.
went the wrong way.
But yeah, I'm spring cleaning. Annoying as I don't know what, but yes. Even in Minecraft, you gotta
we got
spring
rain.
clean.
And there's never been this many animals over here.
Mm,
Okay. So out here somewhere
Okay.
in the dead gravel ocean, there's nothing but gravel.
mm,
Gravel and like a few drowned. Yeah, and some fish.
What in this like giant hole right here? In this hole right here?
Oh, it's gonna basically you just need I need to find a spot.
Mhm.
So basically, it's like, how do I want the bridge to look to connect to it? And
Oh,
then
right.
that's how far out it'll go.
Do you think getting that thing that like helps you breathe like in the water like that?
Oh, where am I? Where?
The conduit?
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, we'll definitely need one. Out here.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're not do. Those were the pre-conduit days of like that whole
It's a cool
the
open
ice
area over
thing,
there.
like the
Go in
glass
over
tunnel
there.
that we made in the
Yeah.
dark. Yeah, those days are long gone.
Yeah, I told him I would help them after I take this down, and
yeah,
hopefully I don't get struck by lightning. Actually, you know that would actually be very bad if I get struck by lightning.
basically we need to go
Mm-hmm.
down 3, up 3, all the way out here,
Okay.
and then
So return for the next stream and hopefully be there the whole time.
we'll start putting in the
You're
new.
good. You're good. Thank you for stopping by.
Okay.
It's always a pleasure to get to see you, and I hope you have a great rest of your Taco Tuesday. And if you didn't enjoy tacos, then I hope you enjoyed whatever food that you had
This
today.
tunnel's gonna be all decked out with lava in the wall.
Do you want me to start that now?
Soda.
Yeah, I'm gonna do like the first couple blocks.
Taco, you've got a creeper following you.
Soda.
Oh Jesus.
That's all.
Well, he can't blow
Minnesota.
up when he can't catch.
Well, I killed him already.
Oh, okay. Thank you. So like, I'm not turning around.
Oh my gosh,
I tried it in my hot bar.
Oh, you can go flying right now.
Oh, where's the? Do we have one somewhere?
Oh, I don't know. I'm not gonna lie.
I thought we did.
Probably do, but it might be in the Trident chest if there is one. Or not the Trident chest. It's in the ocean chest. Cause I don't think we have that many Trident.
I want to do it.
So, Taco, where?
Well, it's raining and we can fly with a trident. Hold 1 second.
Okay.
Oh, it's not in this one. The
Ocean
fish.
chest?
Okay.
Yeah.
The Riptide.
Incoming message. Tacos died from fall damage.
Yeah, right. I was about to say.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I didn't eat.
That was fast.
Ooh. Oh, that was scary. I'm gonna do this next to the pool. Oh, God. Oh, that's glass.
Just land on the bed. It
that's
negates fall damage.
You wanna try it?
Okay.
There you go. So it's hold right click and then let go.
And hopefully you don't die.
Yeah, and if you point up, then you shoot up in the air.
And if you keep pushing and holding the button and timing it right, you keep flying.
Oh!
That was fun.
But don't fly too high up because it turns into snow, and then when it turns into snow, you're not flying.
I expected that to happen.
I'm glad I knew that was coming so I didn't choke on my water.
I got an achievement for that.
At least your death wasn't all in vain.
Yeah, right.
I don't want that achievement.
Well, just do a barrel, and that was it.
Oh, okay.
Yo,
The achievement. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. I thought it was like barrel roll crash achievement or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't right click fast enough to do that properly. Okay. So that was fun. There is a chest on the side wall in the warehouse that has a clownfish on it. That's where the tridents go.
Okay. Here, wait, where?
Because I don't know what else to use a
go
clownfish for,
in
so
and
why not use it for
turn
saying
right.
what the ocean is?
And then all the way at the end, there's a
Oh my
there's
gosh.
chests.
Please don't
with,
tell me that he left his
item
phone.
frames on it, and the clownfish one is the.
If he left his phone.
Clownfish. Okay, I see it.
Okay, no, he didn't. I was about to say.
Get my netherite.
Can I use
shovel.
actually whole blocks for this? I probably could use a whole block instead of a half. Labs.
I need to repair this stuff.
I don't know. I'm gonna have to find one that specifically says bedrock. Or figure out what I did wrong. I don't know. I just don't understand Bedrock.
Oh, sticky mode. So how have y'all been this last week?
Good. Nothing really but interesting happening. Just applying for jobs and stuff like that. My lease ends in June, so just applying and trying to stream as much as possible. So we'll see how it goes.
I've been good. Here we go.
Cool, cool.
Yep.
Taco, where do you want me to start digging before? Oh, I see you. Okay.
Yeah, I'm like setting the guide.
Yep. Yep.
You said 3 down.
No. Oh, so 1 down, 3 across. So it'd be 5 by 3.
7, 8,
So-
9, 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
6, 7,
So
8.
the tunnel needs to be 5 blocks tall,
6
wait,
blocks
3
tall.
blocks wide.
8 blocks wide.
All right, I'll start
God.
this side then.
Oh my god.
3 blocks wide, 5 blocks tall.
Yes.
No, I've been binging another anime. I was binging The Rise of the Shield Hero? Is that the one?
Oh, really?
Yeah. I only have 4 episodes left.
Oh, were you angry?
Depending on which part. But there was some part I was like, oh, I was so angry at some parts. But it's so good. And then
What's it called?
The Rise of the
Rising-
Shield Hero?
Rising of the Shield Hero?
Yeah.
Adding that to my list.
It is so good. Also add well, do you like
What?
romance shows?
I don't. As long as it's good.
I was like, should we do that to one?
Oh, no. I had to think about it. No, don't do that.
Which one?
Wait till the second season comes out, then do it.
Yeah, okay. So when the second season comes out, I'll put that.
Of what?
It's a romance show that like just fucking, oh my god, the ending, and I can't.
I hate that I
my
found
fault.
it.
Like Kiki was just upset, and I was like, it can't be that bad. And then I almost snapped my keyboard in half. I was so mad.
Yeah.
So I don't want to do that to you. So we'll wait till the second season comes out. So
When does the second season come out?
I think next season. So I think it starts in July, right? Or
Yeah, I think so.
yeah.
It comes out this year. You're lucky at the very least.
Called, so that way I know to look out for it.
Yeah. It
Oh. I would have been mad.
yeah. I was like inconsolably mad, like
I was messaging you, man. You're like, don't ruin it. Like, I'm not, but I'm still mad.
I was like, yeah. I was like,
Oh, it was so horrible. And I'm like, what?
like
It's like, no.
Okay.
Yeah, it was all like, it was no season 2, and I just made it even worse. And then I just went straight to Google, is a season 2 coming out? And it was all like, here's the trailer for season 2. And I was all like, ah! And I was like, okay, I feel better now.
even though I knew there was a season 2, I was not consolable. And Ray Ray's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, whoa. Oh.
Yeah. And then now TikTok's trying to get me to watch this movie that everybody's all like, "Oh, that's so cute," and then you read the comments and everyone's like, don't watch it if you ain't strong enough because it's going to tear you up inside." And I'm like, "Oh, I can't do that then." But it looks so good though. Granted, I've probably already spoiled it because of TikTok does that. If you're on TikTok, I've probably seen the part that's probably going to kill me. That's why. But I haven't. I don't know the whole backstory behind it to get emotionally attached yet. So I'm like, I'm not watching it. I just watched the cute part of the babies with the glow sticks.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember the name of it, but it's like some 16-year-old pop star singer.
No! Oh, I was supposed to watch that show and I skipped it because of the trailer. Let's change subjects.
I can't remember the name of this other anime, but I couldn't get through the first episode because of the main character, and I feel bad now because I feel like if I could have gave it a chance, it would have been really good.
Oh, that reminds me of Black Clover.
Can't remember. It's like some dude got hit by a truck and then got reincarnated. And it's like some boy that has like water powers or mage powers or something like that.
I was like, is it ReZero?
No, it's like jobless reincarnation or something like that.
You have to watch that.
I can't get through the first episode.
Have to watch it.
The guy is so perverted, and I can't stand that. I literally almost dropped the Rising Shield Hero just because of how he was acting the same way. But then that other part happened in the first episode, and I was like, okay, actually, I can't get behind this, because then he stopped acting like that, and I was like, good, because I can't handle it. That's how he's going to be the whole entire anime.
He does not stop, but it is.
Oh, I can't watch it then. I'm sorry.
It is. It like he gets better.
Are you sure?
Like, he gets better, and like gets better can be like varies from person to person, but it is an amazing show. Like 10 out of 10 ultimate fantasy. Like isekais, like being born in another world, has basically replaced fantasy shows. This show is enough fantasy to where it kind of swings back in the other direction. Like, it is an absolutely amazing show. Like, if that's the one thing that stops you from watching it,
at the moment, it is the one thing that stops me from watching it. Is
and
how
like
he
that.
is.
It's an amazing show.
See, that's how I feel with Seven Deadly Sins and all that stuff, because it's a fight show, but the main character is super duper perverted, and the pig is super annoying, and
I can handle Seven Deadly Sins. That's the weird thing. I just don't know why I can't handle that one.
Because it's more realistic. Like in Seven Deadly Sins, he's like a creepy old guy. Like he's like creepy old guy, like acting like a creepy old guy in like a childlike body.
Yeah.
And in Jobless Reincarnation, he's like real creepy sometimes. And he does get better. But it's better. It's not, it doesn't go away. Like, but there's some like that is other than that aspect, it is a fantastic show. Like this one, like there's few shows that we talk about on the podcast where we go into it for like an hour and we're like, oh yeah, we have other shows to talk about. Like that is one. Like, we basically went through every single character and was like, this is their character arc. This is why we love their character. Like, or this is their character arc. This is why we want this character to die immediately. Like, it's like this character wasn't here, but the time that they were here, like, this is all like, it's like we want a whole arc of just this other character that you don't see that much because the time that they're there, they're that interesting. Like, it is fantastic show, animation and all.
Maybe. I don't know. At the moment, I'm really bit into like the slime show.
Oh, reincarnate. Wait. Is it reincarnated as a slime where he builds his own like village with all these different monsters and stuff, or like?
No, I don't think I've seen that one yet.
That one's good too.
I do want more slime shows though.
Yeah, you should check out Reincarnated as a Slime.
Okay, I have to look at it.
2 people need to sleep. 1 more person needs to sleep.
Oh, one person is about 120 blocks up in the air with a 4x4 platform and was trying to make it a 2x4 on one side or something so I can not fall off when I get out the bed.
I remember doing that with the cameraman. Where do we leave the cameraman? Is he still at the ice castle?
I don't know. Excuse me.
Who is not sleeping?
I'm assuming his signature since he just logged in.
I'm in the middle of water with no bed.
Oh, he's at the Guardian farm, Ella.
Yeah, I don't have a boat either.
Yeah, because you said you wanted to log off there.
Yes. It was a good night's sleep. Feels like I slept for like 2 weeks.
Well, I guess those Guardians really knocked you out.
Well,
Well, I found some chests. I just hope they have something in them. Hey, there's a boat with polar bears in them.
Don't hit the polar
Everyone
bears.
decided to just get out of bed. Just
yeah, I was like, it's
Signature is very far away.
I guess we're pulling an all-nighter.
Yeah.
Man, I got like 5 beds on me. That'd be nice.
Why do y'all have so much sand?
Because we use a lot of glass.
That makes sense.
You know, we're about to use a whole lot more.
Yeah, I got nothing in here.
It's like nobody sleeps there. It's too loud. There's too many monsters.
I mean, the polar bears are just also really far out of their element.
Yeah.
There used to be a little ice area over there until Taco
warming?
Station
Climate,
went through.
No, climate.
Taco
change.
Station. Taco Deforestation went through and
No,
icicalized
climate
it.
I'm sorry, Mr. Polar Bear.
Alright. I was like,
The-
what? I was
The polar bear is in a boat with a rabbit. It's the most ridiculous thing that I've seen.
like,
I'm now pushing the boat towards ice.
Well, I guess I'll just look at the night sky. Actually, I'm gonna go outside.
Wait, what show were y'all talking about just now? When I logged on?
Oh, we were talking about a
Was it
bunch.
Pokemon?
No.
Wait, what?
I think we were talking. Were we talking about
What does that
the jobless one or the
Guardian as a slime.
yeah.
I did not like that show.
Reincarnated as a slime?
Yeah, I think I made it about like 10 episodes in. I was like, I just cannot get into it.
What happened?
The character is just it's like that same problem that I have with all isekais, where the main character's pervy, he's just It's uninteresting.
Okay.
Is
You
Isekai like a genre or something?
It
Yeah.
is.
So the first show, or one of the first shows that made being reincarnated in another world was Sword Art Online, because basically you went into a VR world, and
Yeah.
something happened with it, and you were like trapped in the game.
Yeah, I
If you die in the
watched.
game, you die
I
for
don't
real.
remember
And
how
because of
many. I watched the first, I think, 2 seasons when that first came out.
Yeah.
Did you like
And
it?
because that was such a smash success, what was the one that came right after it? Log Horizon. Like immediately did the same thing. And then ever since then, it's like that has basically replaced fantasy.
Yeah, I kind of hate that.
There's been a few shows that have come out that have been pure fantasies, which are great,
Yeah.
but they're still like hybrids. And yeah, it's basically fantasy is like, how did you get there? And like, oh, it's not just a world where people are already. It's like,
Thank
oh,
you,
well, I
Chuck
was
Drew.
in the regular world first.
Let's see. I liked it up until something happened. Because
What's up?
something happened that made me stop watching it, Sword Art Online.
Oh,
Was
Was
it
it
when
the-
he like
was
his
it the
sister
harem?
fell in love with him or something? Was it that?
Nah, it was like, it had to be like in the second season.
That was the
Uh,
wasn't the second season when they became elves?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
I don't know.
Actually, maybe it was in the first season. Honestly, it's been so long. Like, I literally watched it when it just about first came out. And so it's all foggy. I just know I've seen it and I understand who the people are, but I don't keep
I've-
up with it no more now.
Yeah, I fell off of that like the whole franchise for a while. Because then they were like, oh, and Gun Gale Online and doing this and doing that. And I'm like, it's just, no. And then it got back to the main, like where it started. And Psycho was like, you have to watch this. And I was like, fine. So then I went back and like caught up. I watched everything except for Gun Gale Online.
Did you watch the movie?
No, I haven't seen the movie.
The movie isn't anything special. It's just kind of like a transition into the Gun Gale, I think, because it's like right after the second season, or right after Gun Gale, and transitions into the whatever the new VR game is going to be for the season.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
I hate. I don't know why I dislike that show, and then I still watch it. And then after every episode, I'm like, this is just so stupid. I guess I'll keep watching.
What was it? Guilty pleasure? Well, no, not guilty pleasure, because
You're torturing
I think-
yourself by watching it.
I think
just
it's-
hate watching it.
Well, it's because it's like one of the
Yeah,
few
you're just
animes.
trying to finish it to watch it, and like finally you're done, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to watch this anymore.
Well, it's one of the few animes that is dubbed. So if I just want background noise and I want to watch an
Oh.
anime, I'll put it on and then just hate it the whole time. But I'm like, I need background noise.
Okay.
I don't know.
Have you watched the
I need
latest season?
to figure out what the fudge storyline is Fairy Tail in, because I think I've watched it on 3 different websites and the storyline does not follow all the same, and I'm mad about it.
Fairy Tail?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I haven't followed that.
I've yet to see all of it because the storyline is not always the same on the different websites I watch it on. So I'm pretty sure I've watched it out of order.
Is it on Crunchyroll or?
It's on
Right.
Crunchyroll.
Yeah,
Is
but the
the whole
Crunchyroll
thing on
doesn't follow
Crunchyroll?
what I'm used to, and it goes back and forth in between dub and subbed, I'm pretty sure.
I was like, does Crunchyroll have the whole thing?
I can check, but I've seen it on there.
Does it have the whole thing in? Let's see. My thing is, whichever I start the anime in is what I have to finish the anime in. So I started Fairy Tail in dubbed, so I have to watch the whole thing in dubbed.
Ah.
It's however I discover the anime is how I go about watching it.
That's interesting. I never really thought about it like that.
I was kind of like that for a while until I like got deep into seasonal stuff, and then I've just been all subbed.
Well, you get used to the voices.
Yeah.
I watched Demon Slayer subbed, and then I remember watching it dubbed. Or I went back and rewatched it dubbed with my girlfriend so we can go watch the movie, and I hated the voices.
Yes. Oh my
That,
gosh.
that reminds me of Snowmageddon this year.
Oh yeah.
It was like one of my favorite shows that I've ever watched. One of the early shows that I fell in love with. And they're like, hey, let's watch it in English. And I'm like, oh no,
The
I
dub
don't
is
know
terrible.
any of their voices in English. And then they're just talking, and I'm like, this sounds so boring. I don't get it. Why does it sound so great in Japanese and mundane in English?
Yeah, that's why it's like if I find something and it's interesting dubbed, that means I'm going to be able to watch it. Subbed, I'll be able to watch anything in subbed, but like that's like the
Yes.
few rare occasions if I come across, because that's how I find all my I find all of my like animes recently on TikTok because they like show something. I'm like, interesting. Let me go see what happens now, and go find said anime. And if it just happened to be dubbed on TikTok, then I'm gonna go look it up dubbed because it caught my attention from being dubbed.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But if I'm like just scrolling through animes and I'm like, let's go check out this one, it's always gonna be subbed.
I know it's not anime, but I recently saw RRR on Netflix.
Which one?
It's a Bollywood movie, and it's completely like subtitled, which is fine. But I was like, let me see what it's like in English, and I was like, ooh, this is not good in English.
No.
So I'll just leave it and read the subtitles because I don't mind reading subtitles. But I was just like, there's just like, okay, I'm gonna leave it in subtitle mode.
Some people just naturally do that, even if it's like English stuff. I know my sister like watches TV with subtitles on, and I'm like, why?
I do that too, just because it's just like, I don't know, it's easier for me sometimes.
I can't
Sometimes
watch.
the music is way too loud for whatever reason, and then like, no matter like how many times you're like, okay, I'm gonna lower it, and then all of a sudden the music gets super loud, and then you can't hear them. So it's like, I don't know.
I can't watch things with subtitles if it's in English. Like especially if I'm watching a comedy movie, because then I read ahead of the joke and it kills the punchline.
Ah.
So then I know the punchline before they say it. And so
Timing's off.
yeah. And so I have to turn off subtitles, and my girlfriend's like, well, I gotta have subtitles so I can read. I'm like, no, you're gonna kill the jokes for me. And then it doesn't, like, once you know the punchline, it doesn't hit as hard, so you don't laugh as much.
Is it weird that whenever it's subtitles in a language that I know, I'm like, no, that's captions.
That
But if
is,
it-
yeah,
I can see
true.
that.
closed captioning provided by.
Yeah, I can see
Yeah.
that.
Because you're like, yeah, watching a
I
movie
just,
I'm like, that's captions though.
yeah, but I mean, I think I just refer to it as subtitles because we swapped over from anime, and anime that's
Yeah.
considered subtitles. Whereas I guess if I was talking about watching something in English and having like the words on the screen, I would have said closed capture.
Yeah, and it's weird because it's like it's the same thing.
Eh.
They are subtitles. It's just for some reason, like
Well, it's
because
It's because it's subtitles when you need it to translate from something you don't understand, but it's closed captioning when you already understand, because now you're hearing it and confirming it by reading it. Whereas for subtitles, you're like, you need the translation.
so in Japan, would it be called captioned anime?
Probably.
So
Interesting.
if I'm
Closed caption.
watching a Japanese streamer and he has words on the screen translating, is that subtitles or closed captions?
That would be closed captions, wouldn't it?
Oh, see, live. Does that change it?
Is it translating because it's happening in real time?
Yeah, I think if it's real time, then it's captions.
Because I was thinking, because like if we use closed captions for English, So if it said if it was closed caption and it had like the Japanese font going across the screen, I feel like I would have said caption. But because it's being translated to English, I want to say subtitles.
This is hurting my brain for a second. Okay.
Here, let me see.
I think we're just getting into semantics.
Yeah, but it's interesting because, like, let's say if I wanted to have subtitles on my stream or something like that, they would be the tool I would be using would be called captions.
Yeah.
So you need to buy a caption card.
Sure.
Captions provide an accessible way for viewers who cannot hear audio to watch video. Subtitles provide an accessible way for speakers of any language to watch video. Closed caption will more closely convey what is going on screen, while subtitles will provide a more useful translation of dialogue in other languages.
Okay, that is if it's translating, it's subtitles,
Thank you, Google.
and if it's dictating, it's captions. Okay, that makes perfect sense.
So I guess it's however you view it. If you're just viewing it with the Japanese font going across their captions for you, and if I'm having it translated, it's subtitles.
Well, it's more of what language the program is in.
Yeah, but there's programs that you can do it in both and stuff.
Well, yeah. So like, if it's an if it's an English speaking program and the subtitles are in English, then they are captions.
God, I
If
hope we're
it's
going in the right direction.
like a Japanese program with Japanese subtitles, those are also captions. It's only subtitles if the program is different than the language that's being displayed on it.
Biscuits.
Right. So, what would throw it for a loop is if there's like somebody streaming in Japanese, but then they have English captions on it, because then it would be subtitles.
Oh my
You're a
god.
poor translator.
Okay,
Also, think about sometimes with like ASL and stuff like that, their interpreters are doing it in real time.
yeah.
But isn't that considered ASL technically?
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like maybe I'm probably, but I don't know.
I'm thinking of ESL. ASL?
ASL is American Sign Language.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay.
I was thinking of AOL.
I'm thinking English second language. I'm like, that doesn't make sense. Okay.
Taco, your tunnel is
American as
done.
a second language.
Oh, you're too fast. I still haven't emptied my inventory.
Guys, I have no idea how to get to y'all.
What?
I'll come get you. I'll be back. I need to grab a boat.
I'm on a half-built bridge by pyramid. I have no idea where this is at.
I got
Wait!
you.
No, never mind. This is the bridge that Kiki almost killed me.
Yeah. It's not my fault you were riding the llama in my boat. And you just
it's not
happen to
my
be
fault.
1 block too high.
It's not my fault that the llama wanted to be on a boat. There's a polar bear here too. Why are there so many polar bears on boats?
Blame Taco.
Because I have not put one bear in a boat.
Why are you relocating all of these bears? You're taking them out of their natural habitats to put them on boats. That's pretty cruel.
They're a menace to society.
What?
I told you,
They
blame
kept
Taco.
attacking me when
I remember that. That's why I got a polar bear name dedicated just for me.
We found the creeper zombie, whatever that is.
It's a creeper. Ah, man.
All right.
I guess technically, if you're
Oh, yeah,
doing
American Sign
sign
Language.
language and you're on TV and they have captions for you, isn't that technically translating, making it subtitles?
It's weird because you're going from like spoken and written to, I guess, expressed language.
Mm-hmm. I don't think you're translating because not everybody can read sign language, so it's being translated, which means it's subtitles.
Oh, that's God. This hurts. It's still hurting my brain.
It's live action subtitles.
Yeah.
Did Taco ever find my
All
house?
right.
So
Surprisingly,
what?
no. Even though he literally almost saw it.
So what?
Yes.
The material
Anymore.
that's gonna be under the railway is cobblestone.
Okay.
No
So if you
fear
wanna lay down
anymore.
a long strip of cobblestone.
Throughout the whole line, just one strip or 3 strips of cobblestone.
No, just one strip down the middle.
Okay.
Are you still working on the portals thing?
No, so we're in the
Taco's
Minecraft
giving
project.
Oh,
No, it's
Taco's giving up.
that's what it sounds like.
I got a design, but I got the design.
He
bug,
gave
so-
up because I was supposed to be able to kindly make walls, and he was all like, "I've given up. We're starting a new project." And I'm like, "Okay."
That sounds like something he'd say.
Signature.
Yes.
In the Discord in the
no
Minecraft
fear
project,
anymore.
there's a drawing.
Oh, is this the one that you were working on?
Yeah, I've been
When
drawing.
you should have been at work?
Yeah.
Bad boy.
I was at work.
But were you working at work?
No.
You were drawing.
Yeah, I was working. There's a bunch of downtime. It's like, all right, push this button and wait for it to calculate. I'm like, okay, cool. How long did it take to calculate yesterday? 15 minutes. And it's like, okay, I guess I got 15 minutes to kill.
Everything will be alright.
But yeah, you saw the picture? Signature?
I see it, but I don't know what I'm looking at.
Alright, it's a giant spire.
Do you want me to start here or in the tunnel itself?
Why does the spider
right
have no legs?
here.
Okay.
Right here.
Fear anymore.
Cool. And then we're gonna need ice.
Ice. Okay.
Yes.
Well, I mean,
Ice,
took it all-
ice, baby. Da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da.
you took it all from the polar bears, so.
So true. Have you seen how much ice he's used?
Wait, if this spider is gonna have ice,
what
can we
is
move
this?
the polar bears to it?
No ice in there, so there's gonna be a mob dropper inside. All right, so that thing is gonna follow me. Yeah. Oh man, that's sign language. The captions. That my brain hurts.
Let me see.
Signature.
As fast as I can.
Why are you up there?
Why are you down there?
And I was like, how did you get up there? Is that Freddy Fazbear meme?
Oh, is it not? No, it's not. Okay.
My signature.
Kiki.
If you don't
I
have
see
a
you
hearing
grabbed this.
impairment, you would likely assume that closed captions are better than sign language subtitles. American Sign Language is the only real language many deaf people have ever known.
Hello, Piggy.
Sign language versus captioning. Let's see.
All right. So,
Hello, sheep. Hello, cow. Hello, piggy number 2.
hello, sunset. Oh, I need to eat. Oh, did I? Please, okay, I was like, please tell me I saved a bed for myself.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
You don't have a bed.
See, the thing is, you
Night
gave me
number
beds.
2, let's
You
go!
gave
Oh
me.
my god.
I'm running
Oh,
back.
We're all gonna
Okay.
be killed by freaking
Phantoms.
yes.
Nah,
We
we'll be
all have- We all
fine.
have netherite armor. We're okay.
I know, right? The little phantom can't do nothing.
Yeah.
Except for one of us hasn't completed their set yet.
You act like it's the warden. It's fine.
It's
This is so far away.
it's closer than what it used to be.
It's closer than where it was going to be, I think is what Taka
Yeah.
meant to say.
Oh, okay. Well, we have a railway already over there, so it's kind of like it.
Long story
was
short, you're
over
going to
there.
cut your 10-minute trip to like a 5-minute trip.
No, it was like a. Because we don't have an iceway that goes over there. So it was more like a 15, 20-minute trip.
Did I not put a bed in here? I don't know what I was doing with this.
I got you, signature. Hold up. I mean, I don't have you on the bed thing. I got you on something else, though.
This is so world is so big.
I'm gonna lay down and hopefully a creeper doesn't wake me up.
There we go.
Just see tacos been blowing up.
Because I've run into way more creepers today than I've run into all year.
Hey, signature, where are you?
I'm in bed. And
The cobblestone is done, Taco.
there's
Oh,
a
yeah.
Sherpa that's like trying to talk to me while I'm sleeping. I don't appreciate it.
Sharp.
What do you call him?
She's like, excuse me, sir.
Sharp.
Sharp.
I love it.
There was like a
Usually,
Sherpa.
sir, would you like to buy something?
The traveling villager.
Is that what that is?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's a Sherpa.
I would have even taken shaman, but you're like Sherpa.
Well, he doesn't do magic.
Body's
Shamans do magic.
leave.
What do you mean? We are
Sure.
asleep.
Okay.
Oh, that was me.
We're talking about Sherpas.
We were. That Sherpa was all up in my business.
Another update signature.
Yes.
I would love to be able to boat above ground on the iceway. So I'm modifying the old existing rails from this pattern over here.
Behind you. Like,
So these 4 slabs, the 2 lanes on the left and right of the iceway, of the railway, are going to go down 1 level, and then all the slabs are going to be switched into blue ice.
oh, you said in blue ice. For 6 emeralds.
You're taking out the 2
Wait,
outside
1
ones?
ice for 6 emeralds?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a ripoff. So eventually we'll need to mine a 1 to 2 ice spike biomes. I'll go ahead and give one to Kiki.
You better not. I don't want to see ice ever again.
Oh no? Okay. Well then we'll finish mining the
Well,
ones
so
that
you already
want-
tortured
that
me
want-
enough with that mess. Let me get back on the ice, and next thing you know, something happens. I gotta spend another 3 months mining some ice.
He's just a little sore about it.
Do
In
you
the
know
ice
the
mines of Hoth.
Do you know the story about that?
Yes, yeah.
Or signature?
What? Apparently Kiki was frozen in ice, then you dug her out and she became Encino Man Part 2.
So for the ice castle, there was an ice spike biome, which had a bunch of blue ice, which doesn't melt in it.
Okay.
And Juan went over and grabbed some. I think I grabbed some too. And then we used that to build the ice castle. And then when we started working on the iceway, I completely forgot about that biome. And I created an ice farm. And Kiki spent 3 months farming the ice very slowly. And then put it downstairs in the iceway. And we finished a huge chunk of the iceway. And then the game corrupted. And we lost all 3 months of progress. And then after that, I remembered that we had a biome that's like half mine that we could have used instead.
After I'd already spent so long, and after the corruption, mining more just to find that.
So I was gonna gift Kiki a ice spike biome, but she doesn't want to be anywhere concerned with ice. So we'll finish mining the one that we started, and then one of us, other than Kiki, will have to mine more if we need more.
I can help with that.
I'll probably do it, or unless Juan wants to do it.
I mean,
Juan
it's
doesn't
up-
want to do it, then I'll do it to atone for my forgetfulness. Oh, hello, pigs.
You
Hey,
must have
hey
Are
signature.
we having bacon?
Hey, signature.
What happened? I got it. Oh, are we gonna ride piggies?
Let's
Oh
go.
my god. Oh,
Yes. Where we going, Jocko? We got our rides.
oh my god. The slow. I walk faster than that.
That's funny.
What do you mean? You can do this, it goes faster. Whee!
Okay.
Wow.
No, wait, piggy, come here.
Alright, so I need to reset this pattern because yeah, it's so
You ain't good passing me up.
No, piggy.
Go, go, go. Go, pig. We gotta get to the end.
Yeah.
No.
Come on.
Go,
Crispy
go,
bacon.
go.
Crispy bacon.
No, not crispy bacon. Go, pig, no.
Kiki.
No, piggy.
Dang it. Yes, sucker.
Crispy bacon, I'm gonna save you.
I'm gonna go ahead and apologize now. I don't want to search for where these materials go, so I'm gonna put them in the middle.
It's not that hard.
It's taking me like an hour and a half to empty my inventory. And
No,
I'm
you've
gonna
just
do it
been
now.
distracted because
Yeah.
somebody finished what he was doing and you weren't prepared for it.
Yup, that's exactly
You forgot how
what's
fast I
happening.
can be.
Yes. So I am calling it audible, and I'm just dumping everything into this middle chest. And
For a person who loves Law and Order so much, you sure break the rules a lot.
I have a team that is too good to be managed.
He
by
wanted
many
to change
little
projects and he wasn't prepared for how fast the project would get done.
No. Which means I gotta draw some more.
On my way, so stand on the
No,
edge of the world with me. Crispy Bacon might be dead, but I'm still winning, cause I'm still standing. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, he just keeps falling into water.
Hey, at least mine's not stuck in the water.
Hey, I got him on land again.
He gets stuck back in the water again.
Oh, he ate my carrot.
I mean, eventually, if you keep dangling it in front of his face, he was gonna get it.
Oh, good for him. He earned it. 'Cause- it. 'Cause- 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 'C That was fun. Need another carrot.
Yeah, it was. You just make
Can we bring
another
Gary-
fishing rod and put the carrot on the stick.
Wait, you know what this
And on
means
the
now, right?
edge of the end.
We
Yep.
have to find another Gary Busey
Yes.
and then race
Yes.
them in the Nether.
Yes.
Oh.
We do. We do.
Yes.
So what?
Yes.
On the sides, because we have to go down, down a level, we
Mhm.
need to go down 2 so we can put the ice in. So we can make a trench.
Eh. Oh, I heard a funny joke today, and it is the stupidest joke in the
Kiki,
world,
on your
but I
pig.
love it.
What are we?
So we need a trench on
What's
the
this joke
side.
signature?
Oh, okay. How does a cat order their steak?
You want to go one more on both sides? What about these roses? Do you want me to move them or?
I don't know. How does a cat order
yeah.
its steak?
Medium.
I'll just do this side. Well,
Wait, medium what?
Medium.
Oh my god.
It's so stupid, and I love it. Medium.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Don't worry. The pig gets its own stable but then again, the pig don't get out. Never mind. The pig is just gonna be here and then it's going to get out whenever it feels like it.
Do we
Pigs
have
do.
cobblestone stairs?
Yeah.
we've got plenty
And the
of
stair
cobblestone.
chest.
Which is not part of the regular.
No, because you didn't add it in.
Yeah. I need to figure out. I need to do some research. With walls? Oh, okay.
Medium.
You
The signature, how you been? In the last month.
This has been busy.
busy.
Yeah, like every day something has had to happen, and I've had to do the stuff.
Because of being busy.
Like I've had birthday parties, I've had work-related things, I've had just work to do around the house. It's been like nonstop.
Busy.
That everything's been great.
Yeah. Today I had a fantastic day. I don't know why.
Trying to find something.
I try not to like get
Yeah.
excited when I have like a fantastic. I was in a fantastic
So
mood.
mad I
I
don't
don't know
have it.
why.
I spent so
Probably
much
'cause I
time
saw
looking
some
for
people
it
who I haven't
and
seen in like 6
making
months.
sure I had it so I could.
Really?
I hate this. I hate this so much. Why don't I
But,
have this saved?
I feel like something bad's about to happen.
You can't think of it that way.
I
Well,
don't
it's like
have it
whenever I'm in like a
saved.
fantastic mood.
No.
I think what ends up happening is I stop paying attention and I mess something up.
Why
I try to
stars?
just keep a like even.
How was your
mood.
Taco
Like,
Tuesday?
It's all right. I've seen better.
Tacos leaving
Like,
me
just
alone
kinda
too long. I'm
downplay
about
the
to
whole
freaking
thing.
put something that I know I'm not
I mean,
supposed to
if you
build
like, I can
somewhere.
post something up, and then you'll be like,
No,
"Oh no!"
no.
But that'll be like controlled chaos, so then it's not so bad.
Yeah, because you know, as long as it's controlled, it's fine.
Exactly.
As long as everything is controlled, it's always going to be fine.
Alright, my brain is not. My brain is not.
Control chaos.
My bed. Sleep time.
Yeah.
Good night. I'm going to take a nap here. Good night.
How am I too far away?
It's over and I'm actually eating tacos right now. Well, because you have to
Like
eat
I
taco.
said,
It's,
if you can
it's
touch the
Tuesday.
bed
And Tuesday
For it
is
to say
Taco
you're too far
Tuesday.
away, you're not too far away.
We're gonna tacos. Wait,
Exactly.
are you a crunchy taco
get a running
person
start
or
at
a
the very least.
soft taco person?
Yeah, that's right, Vinegar Man.
How do I put a carrot on a stick?
You have to make a fishing rod first, and then you put a carrot and a fishing rod together.
You put the carrot on the stick.
So
I have-
technically, it's a carrot on a fishing rod.
Oh, there. You have to use a crafting table. That's redonk.
So Kiki,
Hmm.
do you know about placing the iceway? Like if you put a gap there, can it be a block, or if it's a block, it'll slow it down?
If it's a block, it'll slow it down. You're better off
Okay.
just leaving a gap.
What about slab?
I don't think the slab will slow it down. Oh, thanks for reminding me. I was supposed to go do something. I won't go back over here and do it.
God.
To show you that this is, you were talking about another way of travel, and this was a cool way of travel, but I never finished it, so I'm gonna go do it. Right? What are y'all?
And I have a question real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Did you return the slab?
Courage.
Piece of cake. I
It's
totally
like,
didn't almost die
That
at all.
show is so
Piece of
nostalgic.
cake. I know exactly what I was doing.
Which show?
Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Oh, that's terrified me as a kid, and I was like,
I knew
watched it,
exactly what I was doing.
when I was older, and I was like, okay, I can see why it scared me, but
Return.
I am
the
Hispanic. We are
slab.
meant for crunchy tacos. Crunchy tacos! Yes! Crunchy tacos superior.
All right, where am I gonna go dig this ice out, and how do I do it without
Crunchy
breaking it?
taco is amazing. Silk touch.
So you'll need a silk touch pickaxe, but that's
Okay.
after we
I'm
already
out.
used the ice that we have here.
And the ice at the iceway.
I don't even know how to silk touch.
It's called silky smooth, and you take it and you go shoop, and you can pick up everything and not break it. What do I? Oh, I remember. I needed to grab a spoon.
So one thing that I started doing again this last week that I did before. Now that I think about it, there's no reason.
Crunchy tacos are the best tacos and the only
I'm
tacos
like,
that should ever
we have
existed
a railway
because
that's
they're the
right in front
better
of the door
of the
of
two.
the warehouse? Like, as soon as you step out, you get hit by a train.
Meow.
Does looting work with the ice blocks?
No.
So I'm gonna remove it. We're gonna put an iceway here. So as soon as you
Crunchy
walk out, just
taco.
slip and break your neck.
Crunchy taco.
That's-
You won't get
Crunchy
hit by a
taco.
train.
That sounds like a slower, more painful death.
Okay. So I'm going to the nether because I need to get soul sand because the thing that I want to show
Coach's done
Taco is that if you take soul sand,
Oh, continue it here. I just cleared this part
if
up.
you take
Taco,
I
you
was
said
supposed to
you
say
had a
crunchy
question to
tacos.
ask.
If you take
Yes, I
soul
was getting
sand
to it.
and
I keep getting distracted.
and
So,
put in
yeah,
a
over this
slab
last week,
over
I,
it
started up
and
something that I
then
haven't done
put
in a while.
put waterlog the
Underground
slab.
cage fighting.
It makes it seem like you're underwater.
And that's why I have so much energy today.
I killed the man.
It makes it seem like you're underwater.
So what was it?
So you can run on it
20,
very
something
fast
like
with a
that.
certain enchantment.
I did some serious intermittent fasting
Mm.
and lost a bunch of weight.
Mm-hmm.
And then
And then we go back
afterwards,
over here.
I was very weak, and I think I made myself anemic because I did it all wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Rip.
Yeah, you gotta prepare for that.
Yeah. So
And you do properly.
yeah.
You have to wear the
So
right pants,
oh, why'd I put my
You have to wear
bread up?
pants
I
in
need
general.
bread.
but you have to wear the right pants.
They're wrong pants?
Well, pants that are too small.
That's the wrong size, not wrong pants, though.
But those, yeah, but you got to wear the right pants for the situation. So if you wear small pants and they're like slacks, and then you're like trying to exercise,
But
you gonna end up with some split pants.
I guess that's true. It's a baby strider that's running around in the lava and it's so cute!
Found a baby beauty.
Yes, and it's so cute. Look at it.
Do you need a lead?
I don't know if I can put a baby strider on a lead. It's just, I was thinking cute though.
We don't want any. Get out from my house. All right.
I told you I wanted to build a wall for that specific reason.
The signature.
Yes.
Taco won't let me do enslavement
Yes.
yet.
We gotta schedule it. Like I said, we gotta coordinate. Yeah. So soon we'll be doing job fair 2023.
Fair 2023. Oh, yeah.
You were there for the job fair, right?
I think so, with all the villagers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we were restructuring the entire company, and we're bringing in all employees, getting retraining everyone, and we're gonna be moving to a new building.
Interesting.
Yeah. New building.
Yes. And yeah, that'll be happening soon. 'Cause,
Didn't this happen at Starbucks before they fired all the unions?
Don't worry, they're gonna think that the hitch is they think they're going to live in the new building. They're not.
Oh, okay.
The new building is for us.
Yay!
well, the new building is for all the qualified candidates, and of course, all
No,
of
they're
us are
not going
qualified.
in. They're not.
Wait,
They're not
no,
living in the
no,
building.
No. So the new building is for the qualified candidates. Of course, all of us are qualified, and then we have to stringently test everybody else.
Ah, I like that idea.
Yeah.
Alex,
Just like the last
I
fair.
don't have enough still.
So signature, the pattern, the easier pattern is
How are
this
you,
one. It
Alex?
goes 4-1-4-1-4-1, and then a power unit.
I need
So
soul
you're digging the whole thing up?
sand.
No,
I gotta go find some
We
soul
are
sand.
building it in this direction, but
Doing all right,
the
all
left
right.
side
I'm
and the
doing
right side are getting dropped.
good.
and instead of it being 4-1
Thank you
with
for
slabs,
asking. How is your
it's
what's your
4-1 with the
countdown
ice
now
instead.
to
So no slabs,
leaving
just
the
ice.
country?
and then these pieces right here are not going to be full blocks. They're going to be slabs, so it doesn't slow
Let's
the
go
boat
look down here.
And then for the power
12
section,
days, yo.
the very last
So
power
soon.
section will be stairs, which I don't.
Is there
I
any
guess
in here?
there won't be any because this basically, what you
No,
should be able
there's
to do is walk
Okay.
out the door, jump
run
in the
this
boat,
one. I'm pretty
and then
sure I'm
shoot
gonna be able to
straight to
find
the
some.
spire within like a minute or less.
Oh my gosh, is
So basically,
how is the plan? Like, is everything planned?
because
I like the excitement.
This power
Like,
this
how are you
power unit,
feeling?
instead of it
It's
being
so
one block,
close.
it's like 5 because it's an intersection. These first 2 blocks right here are basically the 4. You get it? Like this middle one is the power section.
I'm gonna be honest
Boat,
with you.
boat,
I have
boat.
no
Boat.
idea what you're talking about.
Boat.
Okay, so
Tell me which ones to break, and I'll break them,
Boat,
and then
boat, boat. boat.
we'll go from there.
okay, so
I need me some soul sand.
look at the power
Where
section.
is
So
some soul
we
sand?
can
Soul sand, soul sand. Give me some soul sand.
It's redstone
Why
block
can't
in the
I
middle.
find me some
plus
soul
of,
sand? I just need
of,
some soul sand. Soul,
granite.
soul sand, sun
Red.
with soul
The
in it.
top,
Sun,
bottom, left,
soul,
right.
sun, soul.
Yes, the red.
Yes. And then the
Place.
diagonals are cobble.
Yes. Break it all up.
No. This
Okay.
happens every 16 blocks.
And soul sand, I swear
Yes.
soul sand spawns all the way down
And
here.
to get to 16 is 4 1 4 1 4 1.
And I think I already passed my entrance
Yes.
way
Power
of
section.
being able to climb up into that soul sand valley.
So the first power section starts here.
Yes.
Here it's
It is 4 because
I know I'll be able to find
this
some.
one is weird. But you can ignore that.
There we go.
1 slab, 4. 1 slab,
No, there's
4.
like barely any soul sand.
and
9.
then power section.
That's still not enough.
Yes,
Got it. Where's the ice?
I have it in my pocket,
Is
and there's
this not-
more. I'll give you
Nah.
a stack, and then wait, was that packed ice or blue ice?
Blue ice.
Okay,
Let's see, not everything is
ice?
technically planned, but the
Ice.
important stuff is
4?
mostly
4
said.
ice on a
I'm
block?
nervous,
Make packed
yeah,
ice.
feeling like I'm procrastinating
Or is it
at
9?
things when I'm not. I'm worried because most likely, basically,
4
I'm
or
sorting my
9
mom
makes
around
packed
Europe,
ice.
so
4
yeah,
or 9 packed
it's
ice makes blue ice.
terrified because you wanna impress her, you wanna do a good job,
So
but
we
you
may
remember,
need-
don't stress
what?
yourself out, okay? You're
He's
still
gonna need a lot of
human,
ice.
A lot.
and
yeah.
sometimes you can make mistakes,
Yeah.
and it's okay. Oh, that's
So
bad.
I'm gonna be getting and
And
Juan,
it's
you can
okay
also
if
do
something happens. You
this
just have
part
to
too.
stay calm and roll
I
with
need
the
to get
flow and
slabs
just
to
figure it
space things
out.
and then
But most importantly, just have
Yeah.
fun.
Did Kiki leave?
I think she's in the
started
nether.
chat.
What? Yeah, I'm in the nether.
Oh,
Oh,
because there were like 3 people before, and there were 4 before. So
oh,
Yeah, I'm in the nether.
oh, okay, yeah.
Taco doesn't want me to do this because he'll need another job soon because I'll already have it done by the time he's done explaining it.
Drew.
No, don't worry. Don't
I watched
worry.
an episode of.
Worry
you
because
skipped.
we're anticipating.
I thought
No!
this is where the section,
No, no, no.
the power section
Be
goes.
calm. Stay happy.
Yes.
Deep breath in.
I didn't want to build it here.
And deep
Because all the
breath
stairs are weird.
out. Whew. You're fine. You got this. You're gonna have so much fun showing
And
her
then-
around
and then-
everywhere.
I realized why I have stairs in front of the.
What are you most important to show? Most important.
So-
What are you most excited to show her?
So basically, like, this is all. No.
Cause these boots are made for walking, and that's just what we'll do.
Yeah.
Cause one of these days, these
Ignore
boots
this
are
first
gonna walk all over you. Oh, I'm out of food.
So, what is it? It's. Do we have more? Yes.
Just want to make sure we don't end up stranded or without a hotel or to
Yeah.
stay in. I'm just you're
Yeah. So
fine. I'm sure you have all that planned.
Signature.
I'm gonna say the hotel is like the most important part that you have to like already have scheduled out and everything. So since you have that to do blah 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 blah, since you have to do that in advance, you'll be fine. Hold up.
I'm out of cobble. No, I gave it all to Juan.
Wait.
Oh.
Wait.
Okay. How did stone bricks get in here? All right, one.
Yes.
So on the sides, we're gonna be putting in our nice lava lighting.
Or what?
The lava lighting.
Ah,
I can't make a baby Among Us.
So
Close enough.
you want me to shave out the sides?
yes,
Close enough,
but
baby
it
Among
won't
Us.
be the corners. So it'll be 3 on each side.
Again, I know I'm still worried. Yes, and I mean every big trip you're gonna be worried about it, even if everything's literally planned down to a T.
3
You're still
here,
gonna be worried,
and then
which is
3
understandable.
here. Oh God, I
But I'm
forgot
so
this is
happy and
deeper than
excited
normal.
for you. We need to get back anyways. I need to get some food. Where am I? Wee. Okay.
All right, let me fix this in front of the door.
I
Then
can
get back to
dream.
Zabadan.
Sorry, I had to step away for a second.
Oh, no
worries.
All right, so
I'm alive,
Oh,
more
wait, I had
alive
a
than I've
question to
ever
ask you.
been your
Now that I think
way.
about it,
2.
I was at
Yes.
my favorite place in the world the other day, Costco.
Uh-huh.
Don't judge me, I'm old. But I saw that they had 2 computers for sale. One was for 1,300, and one was for 1,399. And they came with one came with an i7, and I think one came with an i5, and they both had 3060s in them. And I forgot how much RAM. And I was like, I don't know if that's a good deal or not. So I figured I would ask y'all because y'all are smarter people.
As far as value for money, I'm not sure, but 3060s are good. I have a
Yes.
2060. Do you know what you have, Juan?
Say it again.
Video card?
Not off the top of my head.
Oh, food.
I'd have to check.
Yeah. Yeah, 60 is a good range.
Yeah.
There's 2060, 3060,
Yeah,
4060.
30 series is just only one series behind what's out right now anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that the 3000 series is still kind of good, but the 3060 was like the bottom end because it's like 3060, the 3070, the 3080, and then the 3090. The 3090 is like $1,500.
But 3060 is still really good though.
Yeah.
Yeah, didn't they have a 50?
A 3050?
I think 50 is the entry level.
Mm.
Yeah,
know.
you from what I remember, 50 was the bottom, unless like in the more recent series they've dropped off the 50. But yeah. As far as RAM, I would say
RAM is very important.
if
Yeah.
the RAM is the same on both, then the winner by like easy decision is the i7.
Yeah.
But if the i5 has more RAM, then it's a toss up of what you want to do.
I think it was like the i7 12700, and then there was like the i5 11700 or something like that.
Yeah. For them to be almost the same price, the difference would have to be the RAM or the hard drives.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh wait, I'm an idiot. I take pictures of it. Hold on.
yeah, I would say you definitely want an M.2 hard drive as your boot drive, and you definitely want to have a bunch of RAM.
Yeah.
You could go i5 or i7, either way.
I think they both had solid state drives also.
Yeah, so solid state drive is good, but you want to make sure that you have
Here we go. Okay, the
M.2.
$1,300 one has an i7 12700F processor, 30 gigabytes of DDR4 RAM,
30.
1 terabyte solid state drive, a 2 terabyte hard drive, the 3060, a Wi-Fi and Bluetooth card. Comes with keyboard and mouse. And then the other one is the i7 13700F processor with 32 gigabytes of RAM, a 1 terabyte solid state drive, the 3060 graphics card, an A802.11 AC wireless card, no Bluetooth. Man, the other one might actually just be better.
I kind of blanked out because there was a lot of specs and
One of them
So-
said you only had 1 terabyte, and the other one said you had 2 terabytes.
No, one comes with a 1 terabyte solid state drive and a 2 terabyte hard drive. The other one just comes with a 1 terabyte solid state drive. And it's the only advantage that it has is that the i7 is
It's
a
like,
little bit
hey,
better.
thank you for the
so when they say solid
raid.
state, like you can have a regular solid
Welcome,
state drive and you can have a solid
welcome.
state
How are
that's
you
M.2.
guys? How was my
Is there anywhere on
wife?
there if they're M.2?
Just a solid state.
Signature was reading us a list of
Did you ever switch
these
over to
two
M.2?
computer specs that I've lost track of. I don't know. He just. Did you just ask me a question?
Yes.
I'm sorry. I just got rated, so I was like,
Oh,
not even listening. What was the question?
did you ever switch over to M.2?
What's M.2?
The hard drive that looks like RAM?
Oh,
A hard drive that looks like RAM. No, I have
Okay.
solid state drives.
Okay.
I have a crap ton of them. I'm not gonna lie because I don't know why, but logically in my head I didn't think anything bigger than a terabyte existed. So I have like four 1 terabyte. I have four
Oh
1
my
terabyte solid state drives.
Oh my god.
man, it's like a new level of hoarding.
It's like a short stack
Not
of
my
pancakes.
fun. Jurassic Craft was so fun. I captured a vet hippo. Aw, cute. I might have to
Okay,
try it
so-
out. But I'm glad you had a great stream.
Just the hard drives. You said one's
Oh
the 1
my
terabyte and what?
So one
he
comes
might
with a
say
1
so.
terabyte solid state
No.
And then the other,
have to teach
the
them
other
manners.
one comes with a 1 terabyte solid state drive.
No
and then a 2
biting
terabyte just regular
allowed.
hard drive.
Okay.
So one comes with 2 hard drives and one only comes with 1.
I don't think this works in Bedrock.
I'd have to
It looks like
look
it in the
in the
doesn't
specs to see
work.
what kind
Oh, well.
of hard drive it is.
We're just gonna
I
have
think
a
they're
water
both-
area next to the fire
Seeing as they're
area.
Costco, they're both essentially the same computer, just slightly different. But I think
Oh
the
yeah,
cheap
Signature
core is
was
actually probably
trying to
better
read
value
out
than-
some dang
out of reading
specs, and
specs just
it was
because
way too much for me
the
to be
only
trying to think and
advantage that the other one
comprehend.
has is the processor is just a little bit better, and then they're charging.
We're still trying to figure
$100 more
out
for it.
how to make a dino though. So you can't find like the eggs and hatch one. You
They
have
both have
to
the same
do it
RAM,
through a
right?
fossil?
Yeah, 32 gigs.
Yeah. So the RAM's good. The hard drive I'd have to still look into. The
You gotta do it through a fossil in a lab.
I need cobble slabs. I've
So-
walked into this house like 7 times.
Easily distracted, I guess.
Yeah.
Return.
So
the
you have to
cobble
find the. So have you found the fossils yet?
Did I put them in here? Because I was like, I swear. I had
Probably
some
like
food.
some modded stuff you have
Okay.
to read through, and you gotta
Um,
do this and this and this and this and that. Spin around in a circle
have
3
some
times.
that I
1,
like, but not
2,
my favorite.
3.
Yeah.
Pose like a
There's bunch of different
ballerina.
kinds of slabs in here.
Sit here, wave to the fans, and then the egg hatches.
Oh, is it nighttime?
Who knows? That's my answer.
Pepper sky. Pepper in
Salt
the
and
sky.
pepper. Take a look. It's in a book. It's reading Rainbow. I don't know anything. I don't think that's words either. but I'm sticking to it.
Speaking of food, I have a food question today.
Oh snap!
So, let me go ahead and back up to the part that I started before I got distracted, as always. So yeah, I am doing the fasting thing again. I am going to do it slightly better, but probably still bad. Well, not bad, but like not optimal.
As long as you learn from your mistakes, we're all
Yep.
human.
Yep, you're
As
supposed
long
to
as
take
you don't end up in the
electrolytes.
hospital, you're fine.
Yeah, well, no, no, because I'm like, I think I made myself anemic. So
I don't know if you
But did
can
you
make
die?
yourself anemic.
if you don't eat enough iron or take in enough iron,
I thought
get a blood
you
test
can
and
just don't you get a iron deficiency? I thought you could just.
so iron deficiency has an anemic in the name. Like I looked on the blood test and it was like blah 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 anemic. And I'm like,
Yeah,
huh?
anemic is just iron deficient.
Ah, because
Yeah.
I'm anemic, but I just assumed it just kind of happened.
You can take iron supplements to up your iron count. Some people even recommend cooking your food in a cast iron skillet, so some of the iron catches onto the food. It gives you like a
Yeah,
little bit.
see,
more
my
boost.
thing is, I'm afraid that I'm going to destroy the cast iron skillet when I clean it. So I'd rather just not touch it.
Well, just never clean it.
I would.
Just keep cooking food on top of food on top of food until the cast iron skillet itself becomes delicious, and then you eat that.
I mean, I guess I have enough iron that way.
There you go. Bam. You're welcome, medical community. Where's my PhD?
Yeah, fossils have been easy
run out
to
of blue
find,
ice?
but we have a whole bunch
No,
of
I
lab
have no idea
stuff
what's
to
going
build.
on.
Oh,
More
Oh,
lost than.
so you've done the easy part.
that guy
Now
that's
you're doing
lost
the
all the
part
time.
where you have to now build all the tools to get it done.
Once we get past this like anomaly right here, it like bumps into my design, then we can get back on track. So this should be the power section right here,
I get it because we're making.
and then
I
one,
thought we were
two,
making a
three.
boatway.
Yes, on the side of the thing, and then
Then
right
what
here
tracks
should-
are we talking about?
the boatway will be on the sides of the ice.
Wait, didn't you have a food question?
As soon as I was explaining this, I was like, yeah, I'm not talking about the food thing. Okay. But
Why?
I gotta get you on track, or else I'll be yapping for like an hour and nothing will get done.
But those are
Okay.
the best days.
I know. So, we need more.
They got
redstone
figured
blocks.
out
But
a
basically,
way to properly stream The Sims 1.
past this anomaly,
I managed to
here we
get a
go.
virtual machine
So
running,
now it
window
should be
XP
two
working, and it's been captured in
Around
OBS.
it.
So I'm going to try running The
And, like,
Sims
well,
in
and then
virtual
also there
machine
should be
full
marble.
screen. Hence, it is in window mode of sorts. Hey! Nice wraparound,
can
work away,
continue.
work,
So,
nice
Do you want me to just keep putting ice
workaround
down, or-
yes.
on that.
So, it'll be three chunks of 4 and then 1 chunk of 1.
Okay.
And I'll give you
This is
the rest of
one.
the ice.
And then I start.
Yeah.
Four right here.
Yeah,
Oh, let me tell you what happened today to me. So I went, I was at work,
Okay.
and I
Oh, no,
remembered
There's ice on the floor.
that
Texas is frozen.
Dairy Queen's, it's like Dairy Queen's like 85th
one
birthday or
is still working
something,
on
or
the side?
something like that.
Yes.
Or
And then I start on
83rd
one side,
birthday.
I'm about to start the
I don't know.
other.
Something along the lines of where I get a blizzard
sorry.
for a small
All right,
blizzard
so,
for like 83 cents or
So, yeah, whenever you're doing
85
fasting,
cents. I don't
The new
remember.
thing that I learned is you're supposed to take electrolytes when you're not
God.
eating. Because if not, then your
Yes, always.
electrolytes will be up.
Yes,
Yeah,
you are.
I
Stay
completely-
hydrated.
Yes, I completely messed that up. And then what I was eating was just like as little as possible because
Work around, yeah, still
was-
some
I
testing
was
to
in
do, but if
bad
it works,
shape,
then
panic
Sim,
attacks, and
then
like every time I
then
ate, I
Sim,
felt worse. And it was
then
just like,
Sims
so,
stream confirmed.
I
I wish you the best of luck, Alex. That seems like a
wanna
very
reset.
good way to do it.
like
I feel like
starting a new job.
is there not
and
like
all this
a
other stressful stuff
website
happening.
maybe
Things are
that
getting
you can
better, but it's
use?
still like just a mess in my head. And I want the mental clarity that I had back then, and I want to have some kind of challenge. So like, I've cut my eating window from 12 to
Gonna
6
like a
or 12
little
to 8,
bit. I'll be
depending on what
back.
kind of day
Loving
it
your
is.
water area so far.
And then,
Thank you.
So it'd be
Enjoy
16
your
hours of
work.
fasting, and then I
Relax.
have
Take some time
electrolytes
away.
that'll
You're
probably
all
kick me out of
good.
ketosis, but I'm not
Streaming can
focusing
be
on that right
totally
now.
exhausting.
But I'm mostly focusing on cutting down carbs. And
being keto and then intermittent fasting are two different things.
yes,
And
No.
and I want to focus on the fasting
website.
one.
I
Yeah,
just
'cause
need
if
to
you
install the
try
program
to
to
do
the
both of
virtual
them at the same
machine, but
time,
I'm
like, that's
figuring out
kind of-
how to do that without connecting
be a
my
lot to
actual
do
PC
just
to
because of
it.
the
There's
effects
a
of,
way, but I'm
intermittent
learning.
fasting and then also the effects of being keto.
Yes.
And the way that it works on your body, so it would.
Where's
be
the virtual
kinda
machine like
dangerous.
running?
Yeah, I absolutely don't want to tackle both of them because it's too much to do, like too much to get wrong. So what I'm focusing on is the eating window, which is what I did before, and what I'm improving is I'm making sure I'm staying hydrated and taking electrolytes. And then the same
I
thing that
know,
I'm
like,
doing.
when
that
I
did before
first
is
got
cutting
into
down the
gaming
carbs.
and I didn't have
And
a
then the one
computer
thing that I'm
that
improving is
could
what I ate.
handle the games I would
Now,
play,
what I'm choosing to eat is still also like you're gonna eat
did
that. It's like
this
yeah,
program
it's
that
not
was
ideal,
like
but this is what
a
I'm doing.
virtual machine and stuff.
It's better than what I did last time.
But I like ran the virtual
I talked
machine
about
on my computer.
The story before when I did what was it? Uber Eats kept saying, "Here's $30 in food. Would you please buy something?" And I'm like, "Shut up, leave me alone." And I kept getting emails. They're like, "Would you please use this free $30?" And I finally used it, and I got Uber Eats. And the person got into my neighborhood and took 30 minutes to get to my house, and it was almost not worth the free food. What I ordered was some pizza bowls. So to me, I'm like, it's like a hot salad with cheese on top. It's way better than what I ate before. And
Pizza bowl is a hot salad with cheese on top?
Like if you get a supreme pizza bowl.
Oh, that
you got your peppers,
stuff.
your onions, the meat, and cheese and sauce and all that kind of stuff. So I have one fully formed recipe in my head, and I want to crowdsource all the other versions of it. Like some may be like, you should probably just eat this because it's better for you, and then also ones that are like, I just want some meat and cheese. So
Big, out of my way.
I know why it doesn't
Go
work.
big.
I don't have the right shoes on.
So,
Big.
is that what I sound like whenever I'm trying to build?
Yes, actually.
That's what it was. I was like, why is this not working? It's because I need to wear my Death Strider shoes.
So you just want ideas for food?
Yes. So the first one, Supreme. So we got. I know I can easily get pepperoni. Like you can buy bags of pepperoni. We have Ray Ray's job.
It's a program called. Okay, so I was like, that's what I was wondering.
Pizza sauce or something like that. But
I remember using a program too, but I don't remember what the program was called.
And I don't want to cook, so it's just gonna sit there until I use it.
I understand that. Like I said,
so I'm gonna use it for this.
I used to do that at the very get-go when I was first getting into computer games,
like the little sausage nuggets.
And when I couldn't run when I only thing I could run was TF2.
I have ground sausage, but I don't feel
and
like
that
cooking,
was working just fine. And then I wanted to expand into other computer games, and I was like, okay, my little laptop's not gonna handle this, so I went to a virtual machine before
easily microwavable.
I started like working to get money to get a to do a actual.
Yep, I definitely do.
Computer.
And I don't have the time or the motivation, so I'm doing like a halvesies kind of thing.
Then just make it out
Meal
of
prep.
vegetables and
Meal prep.
Yeah. So, what is it? Mushrooms.
Meal prep.
Meal prep, yeah.
Have you heard of this thing called meal prep? No, it's not.
No,
Not
it's
really.
not.
What?
Trust
Okay,
me,
how
there's
much?
plenty of TikTok people that go ahead and explain to you that it is not expensive and stop using that excuse.
Okay, explain to me.
Oh, I don't do
me.
it.
What do you mean? Just
Come
get,
on.
just get.
I feel like do you? I mean, rotisserie chicken or just like any chicken and stuff like that.
long.
Just like portion it
Too long.
and then
Too long.
like
Too
get
much
a
work.
bunch of chicken, huh?
Too long. Too much work.
What?
No,
The
it's
rotisserie chicken
okay.
comes cooked.
Oh,
There's too much work. What? Explain how that's too much
I thought
work.
he was like rotisserie a chicken.
Oh
No,
no!
like get a rotisserie chicken and then cut that up and then portion it out and then add some like lettuce or like some salad and stuff like that. I don't know, just
That's
like
too much. That's too much.
You get that rice cooker, you
What?
can portion out the rice
What?
and the chicken.
yeah, get rice. Rice is super easy to cook.
Are you gonna want somebody to chew the food and baby bird it to you also?
No. No, realize I have no time.
Well, there's also people
At
who
night,
sit there and
like-
tell you how to do a crock pot if you want to just throw it in a crock pot.
No cooking.
No, wait, look, it's
Okay, I don't know
that's-
how you're gonna eat if you don't cook it.
Yeah, a bowl of cereal. There you go. Just portion that
Yeah,
out.
that's as
Nah,
much as you're doing.
That's
worse. That would be a worse fast than I did last time.
no, just
Or
get
you
honey
don't want
butter
to
toast.
cook, so I'm. Oh, okay, never mind. I got it. You go to Chipotle or you go to Blue Coast Burrito and you cater some food. There you go. That is the new trend right now, going
got
for
here.
meal prepping. You
Here's an
cater
idea.
food somewhere, and then you
How
have
much is
cooked
that gonna
food.
cost?
I heard
It's
this-
cheaper to cater and do it that way.
I don't like Chipotle, but how much is that gonna cost?
It's gonna cost a lot. It's gonna cost a lot more than you're gonna want to spend, but it's gonna take away all the work that you don't want to do. So it's one or the other.
Basically, yeah. Go somewhere else that's
Unless-
not.
Okay,
That's not Chipotle then.
How can I do both?
Okay,
How can I
look,
spend-
here's-
Hello, lurking when I play DVD.
a
Hope you're
reasonable
doing well.
amount.
Thank
Okay,
you. We're
here's an
arguing
idea
with
that I got
Taco,
you
which
from
is
another
a
streamer.
typical Tuesday
Here's
for
an idea that I
us.
got from another streamer.
Have good games in
Remake a bunch of peanut
DVD.
butter and jelly sandwiches, and then just freeze them. And then when you want one, just warm them up in your hands.
He has to cook it,
there
and
you
you
go.
forgot that part.
Well, no, you don't have to cook peanut butter and jelly.
Oh, but you're gonna freeze that? That's gonna be it. You might as well just buy Uncrustables and go ahead and just skip the whole part of making it.
Yeah, I was about to say you might as well just get like frozen foods from your supermarket and just stack up on that and just go from there, and that'll be your meal.
That's still too much.
Or you,
Taco,
Too
I
much.
don't
You
know
buy it
how
and
you're about
put
to
it
get
in the
in.
microwave.
you could start a garden and then just eat the food as it grows.
Oh my god. Okay,
Yes,
Look, you're gonna have to do some level of
here's
cooking.
where I'm at. I want to spend a couple hours preparing something that's very easy to microwave, especially
Meal
because Ray
prep.
can't cook.
Yeah, just get a chicken and then just portion it out. Get some rice.
Rice is I have
You don't
I
even-
got
you don't even
rice
have to
cooking
cook
for
it.
Christmas, and I don't want to use it. It's too much.
You don't even have to cook the rice. You just have to get the ones in the
You're
microwave
telling me
bags.
the rice cooker is too much work? You know how infuriating that sounds?
Oh my god!
The rice cooker set it and forget it.
I will forget.
This guy's gonna burn his house down over some
That's
rice.
why I don't want to cook.
Oh
Okay,
man.
okay.
Here's the other
Okay.
option. Here's the other option.
Mhm.
You just get the bags of vegetables, like the shredded lettuce, all of that stuff. You're just gonna get a whole bunch of vegetables. You don't have to cook the vegetables. You just get big old bulk portions of vegetables and then just throw them in a big old bowl. And then whenever you want food, you just grab a little bit of it and put it on a plate.
So, just like what I'm explaining,
I'm over this
Pizza bowl.
conversation.
What?
I'm done with this conversation.
So,
He's pissing me off.
getting cans of
What do you
olives
mean?
and
Oh my
cans of
gosh.
mushrooms and
I'm just
the
not
bags of peppers
even.
and onions that are already diced. I'm gonna portion those out.
Like, oh,
some
that's
sauce
so
and cheese on it.
frustrating.
That will be
Where's my bed?
my pizza bowl.
That's so frustrated with that. Okay, I need 6 more.
Because you're gonna have to just set out a day to cook the meat that goes into the pizza bowl.
If I use pepperoni, then I don't have to prep it.
That is. I know you think that it's gonna be healthy, but pepperoni.
I don't think pepperoni is healthy.
Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, pepperoni.
It's very much a processed meat, and
Yes.
yeah,
Everybody always says chicken or chicken breast.
chicken, salmon, turkey. Turkey is lean. You can get ground turkey by the pound. Just flap it on a pan, let it all cook, and then there you go. And that
He has
takes
to cook it. That's the thing.
that takes like 10 to less than 10 minutes. You're cooking it, you're breaking it apart, you're making sure it's cooked all the way through, and then you just warm it up later.
So,
I feel like you're taking the advice, but like, no, let me talk first.
Yeah.
so my
I need
question
19 levels.
was, I would like to have a few recipes. I have one, which is the Supreme. with pepperoni.
It. We need to get 19
Out
levels.
of everything that's in it, the pepperoni's bad, or is everything bad?
What are we talking about? The pizza?
Can that be one of my meal? Like one day I'll have the Supreme one, and then other days I'll have other ones.
What kind of canned vegetables are you using? Like in a can, like out of a jar? Are they pickled?
So
Are they fresh?
what I did before when I was there's these brands of cookbooks called Taste of Home,
Uh-huh.
and what I did is I went to Sprouts, grabbed canned everything, and made it all
Okay.
from that. So the same amount of work, which is like opening a
It
package
hurts. I'm just not even.
and putting it in the food.
We need to get levels. I don't know how we're gonna get
seen, like,
levels.
You can do that with mushrooms. Like
I
they
have a
come out
feeling
on
we're probably
like
gonna
a
have to be
styrofoam tray
doing
with,
some fishing
with
again.
the thing on top.
I feel like that
And
might
I'll
be the
just dice those up and put that in,
fastest
right?
way because
Yeah,
even with
the
freaking,
plastic wrap.
Yes.
even with freaking trading with
So let's
villagers
start
and stuff,
out
it's
with
just
something
so
that I can do easy,
slow.
and then I'll slowly increment and make it better.
I
So
think
we're
one
back
has
fishing, you
the
guys.
best option with buying a rotisserie chicken and then
We
just portioning
come
it
so far.
Yeah, and then
Eventually?
there's bags of
And
rice that you can
somehow
just heat
we've
up in the
just come
microwave, and
back.
like frozen vegetables too. That just like,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but
So let me graduate to that.
it's not even just graduating. It's just like it's there.
It's like going. I want to graduate from pre-K to kindergarten before I start picking colors. Is what you're saying.
Yes.
Hmm.
I
Do
think
I
so.
want
The
to
thing
snack
that you're
tomorrow
saying
for work?
is good. I would just change out the pepperonis to
Yeah, the pepperonis is kind of the worst thing in there.
yeah.
Incoming ad if you're not
Oh, you know what you can do? You
subscribed.
can like swap it out for like tofu or something.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Okay. Remember, I have a person that's with me that eats like a 5-year-old.
Oh, that's right. So it's for you and Ray Ray.
Yes.
Wow, insulting Ray Ray like that. I'm gonna tell her tomorrow you insulted her.
So what does Ray
when
Ray like?
so when I got the pizza bowls that one time
Mm-hmm.
with the Uber Eats,
Mm-hmm.
I ate mine and I was like, oh, this was delicious. And then I look at her and she ate all the cheese, scooped up all the sauce, ate all the meat, and left a pile of vegetables.
I would have done the exact same thing.
Man,
Because you don't like Supreme, right?
No.
the insult to the
Yeah.
vegetables,
So
the disrespect.
So I literally said to her, I was like, why didn't you eat your vegetables? What are you, 5?
Nah, those
she's
vegetables
like-
are disgusting.
Yeah,
What?
and that's exactly what she said.
What?
Vegetables.
Oh
So-
my god, I'm right there with you.
So let's say I do a veggie pizza. And just
Ew.
take out the
Even
well,
worse. Here is the protein. You have to have protein if you're gonna fast.
You can get
Yes,
proteins
that's
out of
why
vegetables.
I'm okay. This is spinning wildly out of control.
Not the vegetables on the pizza don't give you protein.
I mean, if you're eating pizza, you're already made a
Usagi
bad
left at the
decision.
worst time. She like deadlifts and everything. She's all this whole kick of healthy and good food and stuff. She's lurking. Oh, if she was here, I could ask her.
I mean, make a cauliflower pizza.
That's just cutting out carbs.
But it's better. It's better than eating that dough.
I guess if you're doing keto.
Exact same thing. I'm like a pizza with no dough. It's just in a bowl.
Well, yeah. Well, I was addressing Kiki not liking vegetables on a pizza.
Oh, I didn't say that the dough's not vegetable. It's the pizza. It's the black olives and the bell peppers and the whatever else, onions. I don't know. It's all that other junky vegetables that comes on a supreme pizza.
What? Oh man, we're gonna have to come back to this not liking vegetable conversation.
I will say, like, some vegetables I understand. Like, I have a friend that doesn't like broccoli, and I mean, I can understand it, but I love vegetables and stuff like that, but, like, I can see why people don't like it, but at the same time, it's just like, but it's so good.
I like the right vegetables, and it's not the ones on the supreme pizza.
I don't like olives on a pizza, but I love the peppers and the mushrooms.
Oh, whenever I get Domino's, I get olives and spinach on my pizza. It's so good.
I like the spinach Alfredo pizza.
But more for the Alfredo, less for the spinach.
No, I like spinach.
Because it's the right vegetable.
Yes, right vegetable.
So wait, you don't like peppers?
No.
So when you get the pizza and it has the banana pepper on the side, you don't eat the banana pepper?
I like banana peppers, but only on my Subway sandwiches.
I like taking a bite out of like the fresh pepper and then
No.
and then when like the banana pepper
No. Cringe.
Man,
Only on a Subway sandwich.
no, Subway's the worst.
It's good in a pinch. But
Yeah.
it's not very good.
I can't eat Subway. It immediately gives me a headache.
Jersey Mike's.
Jersey Mike's
Sure.
is
I
okay.
think
I don't mind
it's
Jersey Mike's.
mostly a bread thing.
I prefer Firehouse subs.
I
That
love
one's good.
Firehouse.
Firehouse is good.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
haven't been there in a long time.
Oh my gosh, Windows XP
Yeah.
has the movie maker program.
Oh, yeah, I ran out of
the
ice
I also
nostalgia.
finished Walls Taco.
Okay.
Then I got
It's a
so mad about
peppercino,
the
not a
vegetables.
banana pepper, and it's not as sweet. However,
Here's
oh,
blue ice.
it's not a banana pepper in the pizza. It's a peppercino or peppercino. Yeah, I think peppercino is the right way to say it. It's not a banana pepper.
Peppercino?
The yellow one that they give in Papa John's?
banana
Yeah.
pepper.
No, banana peppers are sweet.
What? No, they're not.
Yes, they are. That's why I eat them.
Banana peppers are tangy.
They're sweet tangy.
Signature over here.
Oh, where am I going?
Was it ice chest?
Thank you, Mercury, because I was thinking the same thing, because it's like a banana pepper. I'm like
Hey,
So we got
50% sure it's not a banana pepper, but I didn't want to
1,000
argue and
blocks
feel
of
like
ice.
I was the only one that was thinking that it's
If we
not a banana
squash all these
pepper.
down, we'll probably get like 70 blue ice.
Because I didn't think it was a banana pepper either.
I'm here for that. Let me get to work.
Yeah, then we can put that on the side.
But on the topic of like the peppercino, there's this what is it, a Mississippi pot roast or something
Here's
like
where
that,
I am with the
and you
fasting
use like
thing.
the peppercino, which
Last time,
granted, like I said, I don't like
I was
pepperoncinos either. But
stressed
this Mississippi pot roast, and you
out of
use them
my
to make it, you don't have to
and
eat the
having
peppercino, but
panic
oh my
attacks
gosh,
all
the
of
pot
time.
roast is
Every time
amazing.
I ate, I felt sick. So what I ate was
Peppercino, 150 Scovilles,
and
heat
sausage.
unit is much
That's-
closer to a bell pepper than a jalapeno,
It sounds.
which comes in an average of 40
I've never had
times.
this
percent
before.
That's like a terrible.
Interesting. I would have not expected to be closer to a
that you made,
to a
that was,
bell
Like the
pepper.
worst pairing of choices.
Absolutely. because of
Compared to the
I
doppelganger of a
didn't eat it 'cause I
cousin,
wasn't taking in any nutrients.
the banana
and especially
pepper. The banana is
And
very close in overall
I lost 50
spiciness. The banana
pounds,
pepper
and a
ranges
lot of it
from
was
0.
muscle.
Yeah, that's what
So
I
when I
thought.
went back to work in retail,
Because it's not
I
spicy at
injured
all, but it is
myself. And then
tangy.
when I
But
went to
it's like
work
a
at a
sweet
warehouse,
tangy.
injured myself again. And yeah, it was horrible. But it got me
Thank
out
you,
of
Alex.
the panic attacks and all that kind of stuff because
Because you hurt yourself?
no, doing the fasting got me out of the whole panic attack thing because one, I didn't worry about
Uh,
food, and two, when I ate,
I'm
it
trying
didn't.
to get up to
I
19,
didn't
but I
feel
feel like this is gonna
worse
take a
after eating.
while. I want to get up to 19 before I end the stream, but I
So
don't know how long that's gonna
this
take.
time, I'm
Because I got
eating
something that I
vegetables,
need to do at
maybe
8:30, and it's
in a poorly
8:14,
crafted form, but
and it's
I
taking a while to get these levels, and it's just
Do
gonna
you
slow
have a
down
fruit
from
taco?
here.
Because I was thinking like maybe oranges.
Mmm.
Because oranges are pretty good.
I basically I don't want to think
Pickles.
about food.
You don't want to think about food, you said?
Basically, I don't want to think about food. I want to set
Okay.
something up that's okay for me to just eat that for a few months. And
What about like not like granola bars and stuff like that? Like there's some that are like filling on purpose, so that way you don't have to think about food for a while.
I think all granola bars will be carbs.
Yes.
Or what?
You're gonna
Carbs.
need
Carbs.
carbs. You're gonna need carbs.
Yeah.
There's things that are like keto friendly, which is light on the carbs if you want to look into that kind of stuff.
I think what you're trying to do is you're trying to simplify. Yeah, you're trying to simplify the eating part, but the food is the one part that you can't simplify. Like it's just unfortunately how it works. If you're gonna eat properly, you have to be very conscious of what you're eating, and there's no quick way around it. There's no shortcut. There's just
Mm-hmm.
you can meal prep, but that's gonna take a portion of one of your days where you have to prepare the food. So for the rest of the week, it doesn't work, or you eat crappy food, and that's what you're trying to avoid. But reasonably, there's just gonna have to be a day that you spend preparing your food. You can't get around it. It has to be done, and it sucks. I know, but it has to happen if you want to eat correctly and maintain it. Because if you're trying to diet, and especially when you're beginning the routine, in the beginning is the hardest time to get into that rhythm. And then if you don't get into that rhythm, you're not going to build the foundation to continue it.
Try to do it. You don't have to do it throughout the week, but just like try to pick either a Saturday or a Sunday and then just prep your food and then just do it slowly. Like don't do like a huge thing, but just like one tiny thing and then slowly go from there. Because I know like meal portions and stuff like that, that's my biggest thing too. So I've like had to like figure out, okay, like I'll have this much and then I'll have this much tomorrow, but it's just like it's tricky. So
You have to plan for the diet.
yeah.
That's the only way you're gonna make it happen. Otherwise,
You can do it like immediately, but at the same time, it's also just like you do it immediately and then you stop and then what? Like
Yeah.
your body's like starting to get used to one thing and then all of a sudden you switch it and that's how you get sick and stuff like that. So
And also, when you're hungry, you're just not gonna plan for it. So you're immediately gonna be like, well, I'm hungry and I just want to eat something, and you'll go for whatever's easiest. And the whole point of portioning and preparing and doing all of that stuff is to prevent that from happening. So you're just trying to set up the safeguard of
Cosmo's
not
snoring, and I
falling
can
into
hear
that
him over the
habit of
music.
getting fast food or something that's easier, or something that you know is just going to make everything worse.
So
it's a lot to think about and it's like annoying to like I know it's annoying to like stop a routine or start a routine and stuff like that, but it's like if it helps you in the long run, it's definitely good and yeah, I don't know.
So this is the reason why last time I just stopped eating.
Yeah, no, that's not good either.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to do is not do that again and put the least amount of effort that I can without doing what I did before.
I don't think when it comes to dieting, you want to put your least amount of effort into it.
Yeah, I think you want to focus like your most amount of effort on dieting.
Yeah.
But like obviously don't go too crazy with it. But like if you find something that works, you can stick with it. But like don't go too overboard with it.
I don't know. I wouldn't say the most, but I would say when you diet, it is a conscious thing that you need to like mentally prepare yourself for, because it is something that could end badly if you don't.
Yeah, because temptation is everywhere. So just like it's so easy to break a diet, and it's so hard to start a diet again. So it's like it's never ending.
Yep.
It's like cutting corners, and when you cut corners, it's all going to end badly.
Yeah, and the only way that a diet works is if you're consistent with it.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing that I can suggest is get a blender and just make smoothies.
Oh yeah, that works too.
Just blend your vegetables.
That's too much work.
That's just how diets work, man. They're gonna be work. I mean, I wish if it was
Enjoy
easy,
your work,
everybody would be
Alex.
healthy and skinny.
Thank you.
And, you know, everybody'd be looking like Fabio, but unfortunately, it takes work, and that's the only way that it does work.
I don't want to go to work, but you gotta do the work.
And I get some suggestions for other recipes.
What are we asking for recipes for again?
Variations on the thing that I just put together. I have a supreme version. There was Lean Cuisine did a what is it? A protein bowl, and it was like a cauliflower pizza thing. So it was basically cauliflower, sauce, cheese, and meat.
Oh no, it's kind of hard to give you suggestions when you want to cook the least amount.
The suggestions as far as like other variations of like
Of your pizza bowl.
yes, like
Pizza salad.
Yeah, so I have the supreme one that
You like onions taco? Like you could add onions?
Yes. So the one that I have is there's a bag of
lettuce
peppers and too much work. So basically there's a bag of red peppers, green peppers, and onions.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Green peppers and onions.
I love eating raw onion.
So I'm using that. Then what I'm gonna add to it is a can of olives and a can of mushrooms, and then basically cheese sauce and pepperoni, and that's gonna be the supreme. What I was thinking is whenever
you can get protein noodles.
Protein.
Oh yeah, like
noodles are protein.
How much prep is that?
You boil the noodles.
And what like is it like ramen, but it's like protein noodles?
It's just like spaghetti, but it has protein. Then it has way more protein than regular noodles.
Zoodles.
Or you can do zoodles. That's usually zucchini or butternut squash or carrots that are spiraled in to look like noodles. Those actually, I think, come frozen.
I'll look into that for phase 2.
You can get
whenever
HelloFresh.
Nah, that's very expensive.
That's also a lot of cooking. He has to cook every meal.
Yeah. Whenever we do get pizza, we get like 2 variations. It's like we get the supreme for me, and then for Ray Ray, she likes chicken, and we would get like chicken with the
Chicken
white
bacon
sauce.
ranch, Alfredo, buffalo chicken.
That's the exact opposite of what he's trying to do.
Yeah,
He said chicken, and he was talking about Ray Ray.
Yeah. So we would get chicken with white sauce, which is probably Alfredo, and then we would add tomatoes to it. And I'm trying to think of like a bowl version of that, and I'm like, I absolutely hate all canned sauce, but if it's simple, then I'll just deal with it. So I'll try to find a canned sauce for that. I've seen there's this one YouTuber Joshua Wiseman, and he has like 3 versions of Alfredo sauce, which I want to try, but that's cooking, and that'll be like later on. So right now, I just want to put something together because if not, I'm just not gonna eat again, and I don't want to do that.
I'm gonna be honest with you. One of the easiest ways to do that is get a crock pot, because you don't even have to prep anything. You can just grab it, throw it in there, let it cook overnight, and then when you wake up, yeah, it's good to go. Like, you don't have to cut. I mean, you can cut it up. It's probably better that you do, but it's not cooking. You're throwing it in there, and then you're waking up and it's done. It's like magic.
I literally don't have enough time to do that.
You have enough time. If you have enough time to prep the meal, you have enough time to just throw the stuff into a pot and then add water.
And then depending on if you watch somebody else's guide on how they do it, you can do like a 30-day shoot. Some people have like a whole month of just that they can prepare in like a few hours, and then all you do is take it out the freezer, dump it into the crock pot, and just hit on.
Yeah, like we can prepare it like at night or on the weekend, and then just go from there.
You have to quit looking at cooking like it's a chore. The more you do it, the quicker you'll get. You'll start finding the shortcuts, and then it'll be instant. You're like, all right, I got my routine. Boom, 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 and then you're just out.
I do agree with Signature, though. You are looking at it as more of a chore. That's gonna make you have a bad relationship with food, and you shouldn't do that.
I don't think these are the answers you wanted at first, but
It's an intervention.
yeah.
It is, and I understand y'all. Thank y'all for saying all this, but it's my brain's not.
I think
Take it slow. Like, I know
Yeah.
you said you're like doing all those like the canned stuff, which is fine as a starting point, but you're gonna have to evolve because after a while you're not gonna like the same stuff over and over again.
I can't. I ate sausage and grits for 6 solid months. Like, it was bad.
To be
I
honest
can't.
with you, I do not know how you did not make it into a hospital living off of sausage
Are
and
we
grit.
not sleeping?
Oh,
That sounds like
it was bad. So
You can do what my friend's
Before-
dad does, which is literally eat chicken with no seasoning and asparagus for months on end.
that
That's
Chicken
all
and
he
broccoli.
ate and lost weight.
the whole thing is not.
Last 2 weeks.
The weight will fall off eventually. I'm not. This is not a weight loss.
Okay,
thing.
there's
This
a
is
lot going on, shoot.
Simplify food as much as possible with the very little time that I have.
Taco is going to make
Until
himself have a bad relationship
I
with
feel
food,
better.
and that's not really
And-
good. And that's not what
and
you
get
want.
Through this struggle that
Simplifying
I have right now.
the food process.
And
You're
right
going to
now,
eventually
it's-
hate wanting to make the food and get the food together.
I'm like,
And if you're going to hate
vegetables
wanting
do
to get
better
the
than
food
last
together, you're
time.
not gonna like the joy of like just eating the food and
Proteins
stuff
and
anymore.
fats would be better than last time.
But yeah. Oh, we
And I
haven't been to
just-
bubble chat in a
This is my
while.
starting point.
I
And I
want to
plan
send you
on-
guys his
like,
way. I'm also
all
very
year, I'm like,
tired,
I'm
as you
gonna
can
cook, I'm
kind
gonna
of
cook, I'm gonna
tell.
cook.
Ooh,
The year's
excuse
almost
me.
halfway over, and like,
Bubble.
so I'm like, let's
He's
start
playing
with
Resident
bowls.
Evil
It's
4.
technically cooking, and if I can get that set up,
So yeah, so
then eventually I'll improve. I'm like, okay, cool. Instead of getting a can,
I hope you guys enjoy the stream. Thank you guys for watching. Even though like the ending we were just fishing, but It was the fastest way
So
to get
yes, I'm
XP
like, okay, cool, let's get
because
rid of this
Taco doesn't have any
pepperoni,
pretty
and
fast
let's
way
get
on
some of the
his
sausage
world.
that I have.
Yeah.
In my mom's
If you
freezer,
guys want to
because
catch some
my
more
freezer's full
Minecraft,
of
I'll be
bad
live
food.
tomorrow. And then
And
after
it's like,
tomorrow's
alright,
stream,
let's
we'll
do
be
some of that
playing some
chicken that I get
Overcooked
from
2
this,
with the
like,
same group.
What is it, Butcher Box?
But I enjoyed
I'm
you
like,
guys for
okay,
being
let's
here.
start
Thank
adding
you
some
all. And
salmon.
once
Let's do a
again, thank you
seafood
again,
burger, right?
Usage, for
I plan to like
for the
to
raid and stuff.
increment and
Yep.
change it. I just need a
As
base.
always, I hope you all have a great day,
Right now, all I have is the
night,
Supreme.
evening, wherever you are in the
Whenever
world.
we did get,
And I'll see you guys
whenever
next
we did get
time.
pizza, Rachel liked
Goodbye.